Yeah, kia ora and welcome. Greetings. Namaste. If you're new to the channel, welcome. And today, well, I do a lot of speaker reviews. Well, I have done, as well as an interest in consciousness and health, fitness. Yet today, I've chosen to look at a friend's Kef reference 103.2 speaker model. So I'll flip around and just give some info on that and where we're up to. Yeah, so that's it. It's a wood veneer on these. And yeah, quite nicely finished, really. Just looking at the box, I mean, there is a brace just under here across the front baffle, and also a circumferal brace. Well, that's a full circumferal brace that runs, yeah, it does, it runs right around the cabinet, so that's a good thing. Ideally, I would have liked to have seen one probably around another U-brace right around this section as well, so that it's effectively split into thirds with bracing. Yeah, how deep that is where they've got the brace. It's fantastic. Whereas that's quite resonant. So that would be a huge improvement. Anyone who's got these, totally worth doing that. Just putting in just some timber, ideally some hardwood. I like hardwood, but what you've got to hand really. MDF, pine, just about anything. And because you can always put in a dampening compound over that as well once you've done the bracing. I'd recommend that as well. That would be super beneficial. Damp the whole cabinet with that liquid compound, something like an undertile membrane, that, just about anything you can think of that nullifies vibration. You can use as a dampening application. Put that on nice and thick, and you'll be amazed at the results I predict. And you can use the little rat test to confirm the drop. Another area that is overlooked, to my experience, I'm sure it's not in the high-end designs, but this is their reference standard, so it's relatively high-end at the time. Dampening the rear of the front baffle, super important. Again, with that liquid compound, some sort of dampening compound, and then over the top of that I'd use some sort of something that's really a strong dampener, like Dynamat, but it would be nice to find something that's natural and just ecologically friendly, something that's in harmony with the earth and the people and all. So I don't know, I've used latex. I've used natural latex when I stripped down a mattress, and I think it was about 40mm latex. I used that inside of an Infinity for dampening, and it was really good. It was really effective. So that's an option. Do the liquid dampening, and then something like some latex foam all around the cabinet would be fantastic. One thing I'll say is I've pulled out, this was just chocker full of the poly acoustic dampening, Dacron, whatever you want to call it. Very densely packed in there. So in that sense, well damped, but it often doesn't pick up panel resonance unless if you use this stuff, like damped the side panel walls and then even painted some of this onto the dampening compound onto this and stuck it to it, and then maybe even stapled it so that it has a firm contact. That would be an interesting experiment to do. That should give you a really good sort of like a composite dampening approach to the panels too. Anyway, that's probably enough on dampening. You're starting to think, oh, I rant about dampening, and which I do, and rightly so. Okay, so anyway, what this actually, totally off the subject, this came in for a tweeter fault, just the tweeter's not going. I've tested a tweeter, took it out, it's a T33. And measured fine, 6.7 ohms on the DC resistance. Gave it a sound test, went fine, woofer goes fine. So I found it to be, I had to wire it direct to get it going though, so the fault has to be within the crossover somewhere. So anyway, that's where we're up to. I've just really disassembled it, and man, was that crossover board was had like 4 spacer, self-adhesive thingies on the bottom. But man, was that tight. It was on there really strong, because there's just a bolt there, that flathead screw from the back, holding that board in place, which is nice. That's quite tidy. But it didn't really need any adhesion on those pads, in my opinion, because it just made it difficult to get off. Anyway, that could have been something that was later added, I'd imagine, or maybe not. So there we have it. Wish me luck, and thanks for tuning in. Have a beautiful day. We've got a wet one up here, but that's all good. You've got to have a bit of water rain. Okay, peace.